DIY with Nadia. For today's video, I'm doing Christmas in July, and I decorated 7 ornaments, everything from the Dollar Tree, ribbon, everything, you guys, from the Dollar Tree. Now, all my ornaments had to have 2 main things. Number 1, they had to have a farmhouse aspect. Number 2, they had to have pearls in them. Before we get started on our ornaments, I wanted to mention that this video is part of a collaboration friend hop. This hop was organized by Crafting Cousins, and they got 10 channels together, and we're all doing Christmas in July. The playlist will be listed in the description box below, so after watching this video, you can just hit that and see what other creators have made for Christmas in July. With that being said, let's just get into this video. Okay, I'm going to start with these Dollar Tree ornaments, and I am going to try 2 different ways to do this. One is going to be regular pink paint by Craftsmart, and the other one is going to be the pink blush pearl. It has like a little iridescence to it, so we'll see how those turn out. The ornaments that I filled with paint, I let dry overnight on a little paper plate. Okay, here is the white little ornament that we put acrylic white paint in, and so I tried it out before showing you guys, but I'm starting to put pearls all over it. So I have a little strip on my finger, and what seems to work is when I cut with my scissors right on the tip, I just transfer it to the ornament right there. Then I cut off the excess little plastic sticky, and then once again with the tip, and just place it where I need it to go. And to decorate, we are going to grab a piece of pink lace, and let's see how much we want it. And I'm just eyeballing it, how much I want it to be, and so that's going to be my piece right there. I'm grabbing some jute cord, and I'm doubling the jute cord because I don't think the jute cord would be so noticeable, just one, and I don't want the pink to be overpowering, so that's why I'm doing 2. Looking for my middle. And I'm just going around that little loop of the ornament, just right there. And I'm going to tie it. And I'm basically going to tie it like you would a shoelace. So you have bunny ear number 1, bunny ear number 2. You have a shabby little, elegant, pearly little ornament. This next one, this is the iridescent pink one. I'm going to use these little fashion gems, and this is from the Dollar Tree also. And it does come with this super glue right here. But we'll see how it holds, because it does have the hold on there. So what I'm going to do is make it look like it's kind of dripping icicles. And I'm going to have it a different length. Just grab my gross grain ribbon, and I'm going to just put a little bit on here, and this is the part that would fray. I'm gonna put it down so we don't have that. Grabbing another piece of the jute cord. Then we're going to do a little bow, and I'm just taking the bow now to the ribbon. Make sure you have it nice and tight. me tell you a little bit about this ornament. It has two colors in it. So the first one was the iridescent one that I was doing. I was about to do the second one, and then I decided just to try to put the regular pink or the light pink, and this is the result. It turned out so pretty, and it's like this marbled effect. Really, really beautiful. Before I go on, I discovered something about this burlap ribbon. I talked about this ribbon before. There's 3 different types, but what I didn't realize is this particular one, it's kind of like ovals. If you turn it over, I know it's hard to see, but along the edges of the ovals, there's actually really, really thin wire, and it can hold shape. We are going to use that to our advantage today. The first thing I want to do is find the middle in between, and we are going to hot glue this white grosgrain ribbon right onto the ornament. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it around. And so what this is going to do is I have this gorgeous pink marbling, and then this ribbon is really going to stand out because of the white that's behind it. Find where you have your where you started and ended, and make sure that's in the back so we can work with the front. Make sure the loop is facing you, so about 5.5 inches, overlapping at about 1/2 inch, and bringing it together. And then we'll just use a little bit of floral wire because I really want to bring it together. Really, really tighten it up here. Because we have wire in the bow, you need something like the floral wire to hold it together. And now we have just the cutest little bow ever. Glue it right there. Alright, I'm grabbing another one of these Dollar Tree ornaments, and here I have the 14mm pearls. And I'm going to fill it maybe like 1/3. Now I pre-cut this ribbon. This is from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hot glue it. To finish this off, I'm going to get some jute cord. And what you want to do is you want to have a nice tail, because you can always cut it off, but if it's too short, there's so much you can do. And I'm going to do a simple 3-loop bow. I'm going to use 3 fingers, and so this is loop 1, this is loop 2, this is loop 3, and we're gonna finish it off to the side. And you can make this as big or small as far as the, you know, the little bow is concerned. I gave it a little bit of room, then just cutting off another little piece. I'm going to tie this. After I tie it once, I always make sure that I like the way my jute cord looks, you know, the way the bow itself looks. And if I like it, give it a second little tie and cut it off. Now I'm just putting the bow on. And then I'm going to grab 2 more of these, and I'm gonna feed them through and then cut them off where you feel like and where you want it to stay. Just tie a little knot. I'm going to tie 1 more so it's nice and big, and we know we're not gonna lose that pearl. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, grabbing one of these and a little funnel. I'm going to get this fox snow and I'm going to fill. Okay, so we're gonna be using this burlap right here. Let's do 4 inches because we can always make it smaller. So now we're going to use accordion method and just going up and down we're going to bring our burlap together, and using a little bit of a jute cord, we're gonna tie it. And one of the endings from my jute cord, I just put a little pearl on. Then I'm making a loop. I'm going to take the other end and just tie it again. You don't have to use hot glue, nothing. The little pearl is in place. And if you have like some frayed edges, that's fine. That just adds to its beauty. Just hot glue it on our little ornament. If you want to make it smaller, that's fine. Larger, that's fine too. I'm going to get rid of this silver thread and give it a piece of jute. Tie it in a knot. Okay, so for this ornament, I'm going to use the snow, and I'm just really trying to figure out how to get into the ornament without getting it everywhere, and it's just impossible. So we're just gonna go with the flow here. Now I'm going to grab my Dollar Tree burlap with the polka dots, and I'm going to cut 4 inches. Then I'm grabbing some of this beautiful lace ribbon, and I'm going to cut 4.5 inches, and I'm going to cut 2 strips like that. The reason I cut that one 4.5 inches is because we're going to lay it like this across our burlap one. Now that we have them like this, I'm just going to go up and down, doing that accordion fold. Piece of jute cord. I'm gonna wrap it around a few times. I want to make sure that it's nice and solid. Now let's tie that, and one of my strings is longer than the other. It's because our theme is pearls, and I do want to add a pearl on there. I'm going to get one of these 14mm ones. Oh, let's just give it a little cut, and it should go through. And what I'm going to do, because this is really small right here, is you want to give it just a dollop, just tiny of hot glue, because otherwise it's going to be riding around. And then put that pearl in place, and then finish by tying it in the back. And we're just putting our bow in place. I feel like I want to do this for this bow. I don't know why. The little fishtail. Okay, so I'm going back to this ornament because I just think these lace pieces are just too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to size. So for this one, I will be using this big ornament from the Dollar Tree, then some Mod Podge, some Fog Snow, and this is the shimmery one, and then just a little brush, at least to get started, and then we will decorate. Applying some Mod Podge. Okay guys, so right now we are going to do a really fun bow, and probably not one you saw before. Let's do 6 inches. We can always cut off extra if we want, which I think this is too long. We are going to cut it off, but I always like to go longer and then cut down, and we're going to keep this at the same length. So what you're going to do with this, because this is kind of thick, we are going to make a fun little bow. So here's what we're doing. We're laying this little one on top of the thick one, on top of the burlap. We're going to find our middle first. So find your middle, know where your middle is. And I'm going to actually move this because I want this little flap to be in the middle, because that is where our little pearl is gonna go. Okay, so here's what we're doing. I'm making a little burrito. From this side, I'm going in. From this side, I'm going in. So I'm going to first dab some hot glue, and get your fingers out so you don't burn yourself. And then we'll dab some hot glue, and you're basically folding everything in. And you're like, Nadia, that's not a bow. I promise you guys, it's gonna be a pretty, pretty bow. Then we are going to unfold. So we're going to unfold and unfold. There you go. And don't forget, this has wire in it. And then I'm going to hold it in that same middle place and unfold and unfold. And now your bow will kind of stand back. It will open up. So just keep on working with it until it's how you want it. Do you see? And then in the middle of this groove, that's where our pearl is gonna go. Our gorgeous 14mm pearl from the Dollar Tree. And then we're just going to even out the ends. And when you put it on top of the ornament, it's just going to fit really, really beautifully. I did put another coat of Mod Podge on this when the first layer dried. So for the second layer, I just took my Mod Podge and I just literally pat it down like this, just to make sure the Mod Podge hits all the sides. And look at this. I've had this ornament for how long? Nothing. Fox snow is not gonna go anywhere. What did you guys think? I thought they turned out very elegant. Let me know down below which one was your favorite. If you are new to my channel and are not subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the thumbs up button because that really does help my channel. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.